Hi, welcome back to Rebecca's Travels. Today I'm going to be telling you about another story, a travel story. So let's jump right into it. Now, the story that I would like to tell you today is going to be my 14-day trip to Florida in North America. It was an absolutely out of this world fantastic experience. All four of us in the family really enjoyed it at the time. I had my 10th birthday out in America at the Magic Kingdom, and well, my brother, he was 7 going on 8, but it was a phenomenal, magical experience. We basically set off from East Midlands Airport. From what I remember, we had to land at Bangor, Maine for an hour to refuel, and the whole trip going took nine hours going. Then we landed in Orlando Airport, and it was just amazing. It was absolutely huge, and the largest airport at the time that I've ever seen. I think it was so cool. Then we took basically a taxi to pick up the car, because we had a 14-day car hire. Then we went to our motel at the time that was called Days Inn Lakeside, and it had 2 floors, and it actually had 3 swimming pools, and also a heated swimming pool. It had a bar as well. It was just amazing. Inside, it was a room with a television, even though the television wasn't very good at the time, but it still had a television, and it did have a cafe restaurant as well to it, and a bar. For entertainment, we went and seen this singer at a pub, well, sort of bar, and that was fantastic. But a lot of times when we was at theme parks, such as Disney World, Florida, we didn't get back until 1 in the morning. Honestly, and a lot of theme parks we weren't coming out until about 9, 10 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock at night, such as Theme World. It was MGM Studios at the time, but it's called something else now, the theme park. It's sort of MGM theme park, something like that. We went also to the Kennedy Space Center, which was a long drive, and to Daytona Beach, which was a beach where all the cars and caravans and vans parked on. I must admit that wasn't the most attractive beach, though. I'm sure there's a lot more attractive beaches in Florida than that, or for what I've seen, such as Miami Beach, for instance. Even though we didn't stay long enough to get to go to Miami or other places such as Busch Gardens, or Wet and Wild, we would have ideally needed 3 or even 4 weeks out, but my dad couldn't get more than 14 days at a time off work to extend our visit, because again it was just so cool out there. The gas, the petrol was cheap. The clothes at the time were cheap as well. We went to Kissimmee, and that was an amazing shopping experience as well. Again, you could pick up t-shirts and like other clothing really cheap, so we decided to take some things back. For my 10th birthday I was also brought a birthstone ring out there in America, which again I really treasure, and it was just amazing to look at, and it was just so beautiful and delicate thing that I've ever saw, that ring, gold ring. So I was definitely wanting my parents to get me that ring for my 10th birthday. So yes, again, also when our holiday was booked and I was flying out to America, because I've never been on such a long journey at that time in my life before. I felt so privileged, my brother and I and the rest of the family, because we all haven't done that longer journey before in our life, and it's basically been the longest journey where I've been in my life, and again I would treasure it forever, because the amazing places that I've been to, such as the Epcot Centre. It was MGM Studios at the time, now it's called MGM theme park or something, Universal Studios. It was absolutely amazing, and again we stayed in, from what I can remember, the theme parks until between 10 o'clock and 1 o'clock in the morning. At the Epcot Centre we couldn't stay so late because of driving back, but again it was a surreal experience to see what astronauts did, and how a spaceships constructed, and again, it was just amazing, and the talks, the lectures. Another thing, also what my family and I liked were the theme parks that had a lot of dark rides, such as the Epcot Centre. Again, the Magic Kingdom had some. Again, and like some truly unique rides at Universal Studios. They were just amazing. My mum and dad enjoyed them because they wasn't very fast, or apart from Thunder Mountain at Magic Kingdom, that was the fastest ride that we went on, which is like a mine train. Well, basically is a mine train ride, and again it was phenomenal. Really, just amazing to go on. Also, I can remember us going to Rosie O'Grady at night, and that was fantastic, and seeing all the different type of dances, dancing on professional dancers, dancing on bars, and it was like a saloon type, like cowboy and woman image. It was amazing, and again it was also glamorous, and I also remember seeing my neighbour Fiona from down the road, because her and her parents went to America the same time as what we did, and again, from what I can remember, we really enjoyed it. Again, the only thing I would say for Orlando is, if you don't like, and the theme parks, if you don't like very busy or crowded or hot, humid places, again particularly in the summer, then it isn't going to be for you. But if you can get past the busyness and the crowded places, even though it didn't take a long time to get onto rides, because the rides were moving all the time, and even though you would be standing in a long queue, you wouldn't have a long time waiting in the queues, which it makes it easier to get around a theme park. Obviously, also there's were the dolphins and the killer whale shows that we've seen at SeaWorld, which was absolutely amazing. Shamu was, the killer whale was absolutely beautiful, and again, if you love animals, then again that it would be, and sea creatures, then that would be again the place for you. And again, you can also, there was a water park there that was fantastic to play on at the time at SeaWorld, and yes, it was an amazing experience. All the theme parks, in my opinion, were amazing in their own different way, and fantastic and very memorable. America, my dad carried a camcorder at the time, which I think they were new out at the time, and made a video of the place and taken photos so we could remember it. And again, the food was amazing as well. In the hotel I had these American pancakes, and they was absolutely gorgeous at the time. So again, if you like pancakes, or especially the American type, then again they would be good to try, that in my opinion. Again, a lot of the foods, like breakfasts, were cheap, and as the coffees go, if you buy a coffee, then they'll keep filling it up for you in the cafes and like restaurants, and it was just amazing. And they had every type. They had fast food restaurants, they had steakhouses, they had again American chain McDonald's, KFC. They also had Chinese, the China Coast restaurant. Again, it was for real, and it was just amazing. And again, in my opinion, I would definitely recommend it. Obviously, I understand that some people don't like the crowdedness or the heat, or at night sometimes it would thunderstorm and pour down with rain, and I could understand some people again not liking that. But again, that's in my opinion the only criticisms that I could see people having it really, because the people were lovely and friendly, and they would help you if you were stuck. Again, the funniest part that me and my brother were laughing about is when my dad tried to find a place and was getting annoyed because he kept going on these toll roads, which again you do have to pay in America to go on some of the roads, you see, particularly motorways, and he ended up keep having to pay the toll road to find somewhere. But again, he got to where we wanted to in the end. Again, as with all the theme parks, for going and coming back, you had like a monorail taking you, which it was amazing to travel on, to the park itself from the car park. And you could get a monorail coming back as well. So yes, again, coming back from America, it was only 7.5 hours coming back, because we didn't stop off at Bangor in Maine. We just came straight back, so that's why it was only 7.5 hours from Orlando to East Midlands Airport. But because America was going cheap at the time, Mum and Dad again decided to take us for a unique once in a lifetime experience. And again, I thank my parents for doing that, because to me and my brother it meant the world to us, and I truly thank them for all the holidays that I've been able to go on as a child. All the family holidays, because they were a unique experience, each and every one of them. And again, I'm so grateful that they took us, or had the money to take us to those places. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you in my next travel video, which is going to be diving into the latest travel news, which is going to be tomorrow. So thank you, bye for now, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, bye.